again, everybody. What is up? It is Ghost here, and we are back again with another episode of GDPodcast. Which episode is this? Is it number 10?
Number 10. We are now
We're
in
in double digits.
Damn!
Madness.
On it. Yeah. Anyway, so now that we have reached this milestone, we are going to be doing this episode for you today. Of course, it's us three. The regular not attender who never actually turns up is again not here, but we're going to continue anyway. So I will start off the podcast as usual with what have you two been playing this week?
Go ahead, Oscar.
I always seem to when whoever asks the question, it always seems to be me who gets it, unless I'm obviously asking the question. But I will go with what I've been playing, of course. Again, Metal Gear Solid 5 as usual, really. Just kind of been playing as a side.
What a casual!
What a casual!
In fact, yesterday I think
Such
it was.
Casual.
Obviously we were recording this earlier, but yeah, the other day obviously I beat the game fully in that sense by finishing mission 45, which is the end to Quiet
46.
story, one of the characters in the game. And that's pretty much all I've been playing. Lots of side ops and that. Played a bit of Black Ops as well, just in spare time, kind of playing that for fun. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing really. Metal Gear Solid and Black Ops. So I'll pass over to Callum.
Pretty much, I've been playing Black Ops this week because actually no, that's a lie. I've been playing Rayman Legends as well. Not got a lot of spare time, honestly, but pretty much just Black Ops and Rayman, just games to keep myself entertained as well. I actually tried out Rocket League's new mode as well.
It's good, isn't it?
I like it.
It is pretty good. I actually quite like it.
I mean, I think
it's different.
I think
some of the
they're
modes
actually
are a bit
going to...
annoying. I don't really like the cube ball. I think that's a bit crap.
I think it's funny though, because it pretty much like brings all the players down to a level of shitness, and it's just funny because everyone starts messing up.
Moonball.
So you mean that everyone's
Yeah.
brought down to
Moonball.
everyone's brought down to your level, Quan?
Yeah. Anyway, but as like, and I also the massive ball is also sometimes annoying because it's so hard to get it into
It's
the
hilarious.
goal. I literally had a match that was like 20 minutes long and at 0-0 because nobody could force it in. Oh god, the innuendos.
Cheek.
Never force my balls in.
I'll keep comments to myself.
Yeah, never force your balls in. Lesson for you all. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I think I'm not sure if they actually are going to, but I think it would be a really good idea if they actually release an update where you could customize your own settings and make your own matches.
You can.
Can you?
You can on custom
right.
games. You can't do it online.
Yeah.
Right, well, online is what I mean, like where you can sort of search like for specific categories and that sort of stuff.
That would be pretty cool. But you can
I'd
do
like
it
to see
obviously
that.
as an exhibition match, or whatever. So if you invited a friend in for like online on like a party or whatever and create a custom game, you could actually mutate it or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I mean,
Friends.
Which is pretty cool.
yep, and I'd say overall the support for Rocket League has also been pretty damn good actually since release, which is one of the things we were worried about. I remember talking about it because
it's weird how Robin was hyping it up though for so long, and then he just never plays it, and he thinks there's not enough content in it. Like there's lots of content in it. It's just
He
quite
does it
repetitive,
for
but it's still
views.
I mean,
he does it for
There's
views.
a difference between
like you
being
did
repetitive
it for
and not
views.
fun, but there's a massive when it's Rocket League, it's very diverse. There's no game which is identical to the last one, is there really?
yeah, I mean,
Dude, he does it for views, just like you do all of these singular videos for views. You view whore.
yeah, everyone hate on Oscar in the comments, please, because he's such
Yeah,
a massive
definitely.
view whore, please. But I mean, all in all, I mean, you have to take into consideration also, it's a £15 game. We all got it for free on PS Plus,
Yeah.
so you can't expect it to be so varied and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point,
because it is actually that cheap. I mean, people seem to approach it nowadays as if it's a full-priced game, as if it's like a AAA title, but it's not. It was only ever meant to
It's
be.
because
a
it's been
game.
heavily pushed by Sony.
Exactly, it's been very
to be one of those
it's been
games.
supported, yeah, a lot by Sony, but at the same time, I mean, I don't think they would have expected this many people to play it. So, but with it being so multiplayer focused, it's good to see that they're bringing out some support for it. I believe there's also an update coming in December.
There is some kind of
that
ice
is
hockey
free.
based thing, which is
Yeah,
like,
and that's
like,
going that's going to be free. So again, that's good. It's good to
all
see that
of
they're
their updates are
supporting that.
free, and they release like new maps all the time and stuff, which are all free.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
said that before the release that all the maps were going to be free whenever they got a new map. It was literally just the cars which you can buy, which are going to be the DLC, and it's good to see that they're doing that because the
It's all
DLC
cosmetic, isn't
supports
it?
them as a developer. And it's not affecting the game, and also they're providing all this free stuff. The way they're doing that, I think is perfect. I think that's how microtransactions should be held, and it's just lots of games could learn from Rocket League. I feel.
Oh yeah, that should be how it should be approached more often for sure. So yeah, I mean, I think that's Rocket League covered. Is that
Come on,
everything?
Newsbearer.
Is that no? I haven't said what I've played this week. Have you finished, Callum, with what you've played this week?
Oh yeah, in a couple of days I'm buying MGS. No big deal.
Yeah.
You will have it by this point, Callum, because of course.
By the time this podcast's out, I will have been like playing I will have played the absolute shit.
I hope you will have done. I hope you will have done.
Damn, son.
Go on.
Anyway,
Kwan.
so now on to some real games.
Oh god, here we go.
What have I been playing this week? I haven't, again, similar to Callum, I haven't been having a lot of time. I've actually been having to prepare for a little trip I'm going on, but so I haven't actually been able, and I've been trying to make videos and that sort of stuff, so I haven't been playing a lot. But what I have managed to do is on the weekend, I managed to do the impossible. I managed to complete The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Yes, thank you. I can hear the applause now.
There is none.
That
because
is
you're just an idiot.
Yeah, as I said last week, pretty much it was a good ending. I mean, there's I think 3 different endings for the game, so that in itself is a good thing. But I mean, there's one that's widely agreed by people that is the bad ending. Now, fortunately, I don't think I got that ending. Well, I didn't get that ending. I got one of the 2 good endings. I don't think I got the best ending.
Did you check out the 2 endings on YouTube or something?
No, because he's not like you and he doesn't spoil everything for
I didn't
himself.
look on YouTube, but I did look at the 2 other possibilities and what you would have had to do to get the 2 other possibilities. Because, well, I guess it's another incentive to play through the game through again if you did end up getting the bad ending. But I did look at the other possibilities to see if I'd gotten the bad ending, because, well, people always complained about the bad ending. But I liked the ending I got. I'm not going to say it now, obviously, for spoiler purposes and not to affect people playing it. But it's good to see that the game actually takes into account the decisions you make and actually changes the story with it, which is something you see fewer and fewer nowadays, especially with just single-player games where a lot of them tend to be linear, or even the open world games are a very linear story where you don't have any say in it. I think in The Witcher did a really good job of giving you, making you feel as if you actually made a difference in the game. So that, along with so many other things about The Witcher, made me love it so much. So. Yeah.
Have you finished yet?
I have finished. Yep. And now it is the news, I believe.
It is.
So the first bit, news bearer. I told you to catch on.
I am the news bearer. Hey, you started that, not me. Like.
Yeah, but not in that voice.
Pretty much.
Anyway. First bit of news is actually something that's been on Robin's channel early, so I thought we may as well discuss it this week. Although by the time this podcast is out, it's not going to be new news anymore, but I guess we can still give an opinion on it. It is the new DLC that's come out for Bloodborne, which has been added, and it's supposedly quite good. It's been getting good reviews, and actually, I only just realised I'm the only person out of the 3 here who's played Bloodborne.
It's true.
So I was going to ask what your 2 opinions on it is, but do you really have any?
Meh. I can't comment.
Yeah,
on the
that's
game.
This is what I mean.
I'm not saying that. What? I'm really not. Why am I here? I'm not in the mood for this. I'm really not in the mood for it.
From Callum, as always.
I'm not in the mood for the banter that is
GDPodcast.
just so poor today. This banter is horrendous.
We haven't really had much yet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the one who always has to force the banter because
not really,
no one else can
not
create
really.
it. Shut up, fool.
You're the one who causes it because we're always bloody insulting you about your
That's
casualness.
because you guys are
Casual,
assholes.
yeah.
That's because you guys are assholes.
Well, I think we should have a correction. Robin is an asshole.
Yes, let's all agree. Like, everybody in favour say aye.
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 Testicles.
Right, so seeing as neither of you care about that bit of news, DLC, I mean, I actually went back to Bloodborne to play it for a bit. I forgot to mention that in what I've been playing this week, but yeah, that's come out. I probably won't guess it, but it has actually reinvigorated some interest in the game for me. I may well go back and try and complete it.
Isn't it meant to be £20 or something stupid though?
I don't know.
Or something. I think Robin mentioned it. I actually watched the video, but I think he said that he was
Nobody watches Robin's videos.
I think it was about like.
What are you on watching that absolute AIDS? I'm sorry, but it's just like, Robin, you're an average to poor person.
He's just been boasting about his views in the chat earlier today and how much money he's.
No, what are you on about? He doesn't earn money from YouTube.
No, he doesn't.
yeah.
Of course
He sells weed.
That's true. He's actually a dealer in Germany, in Dutchland.
Germany,
Clearly
yeah.
in Germany, yeah.
Like, your geography is amazing.
Yes, because I didn't know the difference between Dutchland and Germany. Kind of. Thanks for. It's just the words. It's not.
So do you both live in Dutch?
Yes.
Anyway, so
Anyhow.
that's that bit of news. There are actually two other pieces of news that you guys will have an opinion on at least. The first one, which you guys will have a valid opinion on, is about the Uncharted 4 beta that's releasing next week. And I'm sure all of you would have heard of this because Oscar...
I'm gonna play the absolute shit out of it!
Well, Oscar went and made his own video about it, taking control of the channel once again. So please explain to us, Oscar. How do you get the beta, by the way? Because I didn't know that before.
You go over to the tile.
Do you click on download beta?
Well, no, it's not quite that simple. And this is why I made the video in the first place. These guys obviously mock me for making the video or whatever, but realistically...
It's because he never brings us along.
People-
It's like he thinks that he thinks that he has to do everything by himself. I basically think that he thinks that we're not good enough for him.
Well, that is true. Because...
This is the source of a deeper relationship problem. Like Callum's clearly hurt by all
Yeah,
this.
Callum, unfortunately...
Like-
Yeah.
Oh,
We used to
hang
have a
on.
very, very tight bond when me and Callum both played Destiny together all the time.
Yeah.
We've been
They
unfortunately
literally
separating
couldn't stop holding
ever
each other's
since.
beliefs.
in all fairness, the person who I used to have the closest bond with was Quan. Yes, sister.
Sorry about that. I had my mouth full of
That
water.
was until...
Come.
Sorry?
I knew you were going to make that joke. We were on the same wavelength. We were but Callum and I were tight back in the days of Uncharted 3 multiplayer.
Yeah.
We were just like, damn, I made an edit for Callum on my channel
Yeah,
back
no.
in the day.
Callum
It was so
trapped
bad.
inside,
It was mate, I was proud of that edit. Shut up. That was like my first edit, second
No,
edit.
It doesn't matter though. However good you edit it, Ghost, it's going to be terrible because it's Callum. He can't play the game. It's pointless.
Dude, go back
was a
and
good
watch it,
clip,
and you'll see
actually.
just how boss I was.
It was a
Mate,
really good clip.
Oscar, who got into the Uncharted 3 top 10?
Yeah, Callum did.
And
Did
who
I?
didn't?
I actually did. I got in at number 4.
I
So-
got in at number 8, I believe it was.
I got it.
Oscar,
I got
did
in.
you
I
ever
was
get
actually
in?
number 11. I'll have you know. I was on the
No, you
reserve list.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
reserves.
I
That
remember-
non-existent
Ready
reserve
for the
list.
substitution.
I remember the
The
specific.
non-existent
I remember
one.
the specific moment that I sent to Robin, and it was I was on an airstrip in the plane beforehand. Gets a mega bomb after destroying in the plane. Gets a mega bomb, launches it into one of the trucks in the at the back. Gets a quadruple kill with one mega bomb, and he launches it into a truck and it explodes. I was like, come on, Connect 4 plus one mega bomb plus in a truck that's moving. That should be at least in the top 5 and the top 5. Nope, nothing. Didn't even. I bet he didn't even watch it. I bet he just didn't watch it.
Well,
It's funny
he obviously didn't have
because-
time to watch every single clip from every single person who submitted it. The point was, the tactic was that you submitted it when he tweeted that he was looking through clips.
I didn't really.
That was
I
how I
didn't
did
have
it, and
to
I
do
did it. And my clip wasn't the best, but it still got to number 4. So
Yeah. But anyway,
you have to be smart about these things. Anyway, Uncharted 4 beta. What are you two going to do about that?
Play the absolute shit out of it.
What
I
are you doing?
presumed.
Actually, no. I want to pose the question to you, Quan, because what are you going to do? Are you going to actually purchase the?
Are you going to
Nathan Drake
use
collection?
Oscar's not like completely pointless video to get this beta?
No, I'm talking about. I'm talking about. Will you get the Nathan Drake collection? Actually, play the beta or not? Will you?
It has had a price drop recently.
Nah. If it were like,
Like,
10
very
quid,
recent.
maybe, but like.
I think 10 quid's probably pushing it for a game that released a month ago. But
I know.
About
but
a month
like, No, but this is what I
ago.
mean. I'm not expecting it to go down to 10 quid, but like, no, I'm not going to get it.
it might.
I mean,
it might
if-
be
if-
discounted on Black Friday. I think it might be. but-
That was last Friday.
That was last Friday. No, wait, yeah, Black Friday. That was last Friday. No.
Oh god.
No, seriously.
Banter
I
is
mean, you know
uncontainable.
my attitude towards betas, demos, and that sort of thing. I don't really care for them. I don't have anything against them, but generally speaking, I'm not interested in them. Even though it is Uncharted 4 multiplayer, the Uncharted 4 multiplayer, I'm not probably not gonna
I
gonna
hope
bother
to
with
see
it.
Robert Ryan in these in the patch.
In
update,
the
whatever.
Uncharted
I
TV.
just
Trying
wanna
to do
see-
multiplayer.
It's like, please, for the love of God, I want to see his ginger hair.
The ginger
do
one.
it.
His
Ginger-
smooth
ginger
ginger
one.
hair that we all love rubbing our hands in.
Right.
That
So
is swiftly moving on.
that's the end of the
from
podcast.
that
No,
disgusting
no,
topic.
there is one more bit of news, unfortunately, to talk
Is
about.
it
It's a
is
bit
it to
of
do
news
with
I
Black
mi-
Friday?
No.
No, it's a bit of news.
We talked about Black Friday last week. Jeez.
Yeah, Black Friday was last.
Sorry, Black
Friday.
Friday was last week. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
it
got that
was.
wrong.
Idiot.
The next bit of news is actually something I think Callum will be interested in. It's the fact that Just Cause is releasing next week. Just Cause 3. So yeah, what do you think, Callum?
Basically, as I said to you before we started this, I kind of have a problem because I'll be buying Metal Gear Solid, and I don't want to have to be. I don't want to shun one game away whilst playing the other,
Good word.
and vice versa.
Shun.
So I
Yeah.
don't want to be playing too much Metal Gear Solid and not paying enough attention to Just Cause, or vice versa. I'd rather have enough time to put into one game and then move on to the other. I know Robin's probably going to watch this and say, Callum, you're a casual, you should split up all your time, bloody fucking blah. And I don't really care, because that's the way I want to do it. Plus, it gives me a chance to save a bit more money as well, which I can put into my car and pay for all my prostitutes and shit.
Fair enough.
Swiftly moving on.
There's also Rainbow Six Siege coming out, I think. Is it next week?
Isn't there the open beta this week?
It is. Funnily enough, I downloaded that today when I got home from school, and it just doesn't work. The game
Really?
just doesn't work. It's really weird. I load up the game, I get in and stuff, and then I get match made, and then it tries to search for an opponent, but it just takes about 2 minutes to search for an opponent. I'm like, what the fuck? It can't take that long for seriously. Matchmaking can't be that bad. I know it's a beta and stuff, but if it's a week before the game releases, then you've got to
It's been out a while, hasn't it? The beta for it.
Well, the beta came out today.
No.
There was like 2 betas.
Yeah.
There was one back
Oh,
in
today?
September, and there was one in. There's one
No
now.
idea.
But anyway, I couldn't care less about that game anymore. I used to think it was gonna be really cool, but I don't. Couldn't care less.
That pretty much.
Alrighty
Yeah,
then.
that pretty much sums up my feelings towards it too. I mean, just and also.
What about Just Cause, Quan?
Sorry, Just Cause.
Yeah.
It's a sort of game that I know I'd really like. I played a bit of Just Cause 2 on my PC and enjoyed it somewhat, but not a load, not enough to sort of complete the game or anything. But
Yeah.
as far as Just Cause 3 is concerned, it just depends how I'm feeling when it comes out. I may wait until it gets some sort of a price drop also, but it's the fact that I still haven't played nowhere near enough Fallout because I really need to play more of that game. I haven't really given it a chance. And then also I want to play Life is Strange. That is really high up on my list at the
I
moment.
still want to play that at some point, but I
Yeah,
just
but
don't feel like.
Sorry,
I'm
what
gonna
was
get around
that?
to
But it's only like 15 quid on the PC. I think
Oh.
it's the same on PS4 actually, but it's only about that on the PC. And I know I would enjoy it because it's a narrative-based game, and
Yeah, I think I'll enjoy it as
it's
well.
got really good reviews. And apparently, a lot of people say it's better than Telltale games, which is what
It's
it's often
similar to that,
compared
isn't it,
to.
really, where it's just pretty
Well,
much
it's
the same.
similar, but it's the time traveling element that's the most interesting part of it. How you can sort of change your decisions. But the fact of the matter is, like, when Just Cause 3 comes out, I'm already going to be preoccupied with games. So whether or not I buy it or not, it is something I can't really say at the moment. But again, it's a game I'd
definitely
enjoy.
going to buy it. I'm definitely going to buy it. It's just a question of when.
Yeah,
for me
I mean,
more
it's
than
another one of
anything.
those games that may just go under the radar. Sort of like Mad Max with me. I was also looking forward to Mad Max, but never got it because I was playing other games at the time. Of course, it released on the same day as MGS5, I think. So, but of course, I didn't get MGS5 on the day either. I was actually still playing through Until Dawn at the time, I think. But you know, I think it will be one of those games that unfortunately goes under the radar, even if it does well on the reviews and the general opinions on it. But unfortunately, that's what happens when so many games release at this time of the year, which is one of the other reasons why I don't like it happening at this time of the year. I prefer games that release in the summer and spread out and that sort of thing, because like there's so many games that come out at this time of the year, and I'm just left overwhelmed by all these games. But anyway, that is the end of the news. So viewer topics.
Mr. Viewer topic bearer.
Yeah, thank you. I've already got the thing up actually, which is probably.
No way!
I know,
That is the most
madness.
prepared you've
Damn,
ever
he's
been.
organised.
Madness. I've never seen anything so crazy. So first thing I wanted to address, the Witcher 3 versus MGS 5 battle that seemed to happen in the comments.
There were people that agreed with me. There were.
to be
There are
fair,
also people who probably
I reckon
disagree.
it was about equal, wasn't it?
It was, well.
It
yeah,
was.
I think maybe.
If you counted it up, maybe there'd be 1 or 2 votes between it, but I reckon for the most part, people were quite split on that.
So
Have either of you guys seen the new Epic trailer that's come out for The Witcher 3?
Nope.
It's awesome.
Is it epic?
It is epic.
Why are they,
How
hang on,
did you
why are they
guess?
releasing a trailer after it came out back in?
I think
May?
it's probably in relation to do with the DLC that's coming out for it, but it's.
Are you going to
know,
get that DLC, Quan?
Quite possibly, yeah. I mean, after enjoying The Witcher 3 so much, I am definitely thinking of it. Although at the same time, there's so much to do in The Witcher 3 now, even after completing the game, that I don't really need DLC because
Yeah,
there's so much to do. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, so Barca Delft said, Juan is right, Witcher 3 is a fucking masterpiece. One of the best games I've ever played. You should get the DLC as well after you complete the story, Juan. Which, of
Thank
course,
you.
Ghost replies, was thinking of getting the DLC, actually. Thanks, man. Completely agree with you. Obviously, it's funny
I
to see
do.
that Quan actually replies to all the Witcher 3 comments, but none
Oh,
of the MGS
yeah.
ones.
And then completely ignores everything
Well, I
else.
can't give an opinion on MGS, can I, really? Well, I
Yeah, I've
can.
played it, kind of.
Yeah, well, I have. So, actually, I probably could. Oh, well.
We
Carry
had a comment from Zabosa. MGS5 got way better in the second half. Clearly,
Which gives me confidence as to why I should continue playing
That's what I was trying to get at. Kind of saying like, well,
Yeah.
you probably played what did you say, 15 missions or something? So you're probably about halfway through. What else have we got? I agree with Juan. This is Flufu. I agree with Juan. If you haven't played The Witcher 3, your opinion is invalid.
Oh, damn!
Oh, and I also agree
I
with the fact
agree
that
with
MGS5
him.
isn't that great. It became repetitive very fast, and the story wasn't all that good.
Mate,
Damn.
we actually agree. Thank you.
So yeah,
Your
Robe is going to
opinions
come in
are
next
all
week, and he's going to be
unvalid.
so angry.
So yeah, there you go. Some just kind of nice comments as well. Akash also says MGS5 for Game of the Year, to which I replied,
Yeah, but he probably hasn't played The Witcher 3.
yes, Akash. Well, how do you know? Leave it in the comments, Akash. Have you actually played The Witcher 3 or not?
This is what I mean, though. Like, most people who've played and completed The Witcher 3 know it's Game of the Year. It's a certain correlation that I've noticed.
Right. Okay.
Fantastic.
So we shall move on to the viewer topic. Actually, no, quickly, one thing I wanted to mention was just forever, Vishan Fissi. I think I've got his name down now.
Fish Nathy.
Whatever. He always seems to comment some brilliant comments every single week. I think it's like a recurring thing that he
Is
just.
this about my cat?
And he says, "Nice cat, Juan."
Yeah. It's one of
It would have
three
been funner
pussies
if
I
he'd
have.
put Quan, you've got a nice pussy.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I replied.
Which Ghost, of course, replied, "She's one of the 3 pussies I got."
Yeah, and then you said I was a knobhead, and that wasn't very
Actually,
nice.
no, I said you're such a bellend, Juan.
Bellend, like, that's not very nice.
Which you're like rude.
Rude, yeah. Well, to be fair,
It's 10 out of 10
I had one of my pussies in here just before the podcast, but then she left. So she ditched me. I would have showed you my other pussy.
My God.
Damn,
Continue.
son.
Is that the end of the viewer topic?
No, that's not the viewer topic.
Because there must be another one.
Topic. The viewer topic
Quan.
is from the Gaming Archive 19, excluding the GTA open worlds. What is the best open world in a video game you have played? The story
Witcher
doesn't
3.
matter, and I know what, of course, Juan is going to say.
Oh, Quan, you can't compare that to something like Red Dead Redemption, I'm
I
afraid.
haven't played it.
What the hell
I
is
haven't played it.
wrong with
I
you?
have said that before. You shouldn't be surprised.
I am surprised. I've never heard you say that.
Or actually, I like the Batman open worlds. They're not massive, but they're quite detailed. So I like those. But The Witcher 3,
Is that like
in
your
terms of the
penis?
open world, mate, biggest open worlds I've probably played on. The most beautiful open world I've probably played on. And the most active open world I've probably played on. Like, there's so much activity in it. Like, you'd think, like, that this is
So much more room for activities.
well, no, but this is what I mean. Like, with a lot of open worlds, you sometimes feel they're a bit dead. Like, you don't really, you know, you're playing a game, but in The Witcher, you're playing it, and there's every NPC seems as if they're an actual person, and it actually seems as if you're living in there, and it's brilliant how they did that.
Fantastic.
When I think of, I mean, obviously some of the, I would potentially say MGS5, but to be honest, MGS5's world isn't that big. It's also, it's kind of, I mean, it's okay that
It's
they've
very
got the kind of,
no, but it's very like cut and paste. I found like a lot of the landscapes are very similar.
yeah, I mean, it's very, the way the graphics are fantastic, the frame rate's
yeah.
fantastic, all that kind of stuff is brilliant. I think it's probably some of the best open world, in fact, probably potentially the best open world graphics on the PS4 actually.
If you're talking about graphics, I think Batman Arkham Knight, in terms of the graphics, was better, but of course the frame rate is amazing on The Witcher. So on not The Witcher, on MGS. So yeah, it
yeah,
balances
the 60
itself
frames
out.
is personally what makes it for me, but
Hey, I've got a best open world game that none of you have actually really thought of.
Well, I was about to say either I was either going to, and Cam's going to hate me for this. I was either going to say Assassin's Creed 4, because the fact that you had the mixture of the sea combat, which was like you could destroy forts, then you could enter them. You had the sea, which was like massive, and you had also the 3 cities. You had all these different open worlds. You also had little kind of islands that you could go and explore. For me, Assassin's Creed 4 was a fantastic one, and also Far Cry 4 I enjoyed quite a lot as well.
Oh yeah, I was about to say Far Cry games
Far Cry
generally
3 was
have.
better
Far Cry
because,
3 was better. I think
like,
generally
just
speaking, the Far
way.
Cry games are pretty good.
Yeah,
In
I
terms
think
of the open world.
Ubisoft are very good at open world games, of course. So
But yeah, like I said, none of you thought of the particular game that, I don't know, oft makes you like pay millions of pounds just to get like 5 story missions. Like, I mean, it's a half decent open world, let's be honest. And I mean, I literally just looked this up a minute ago. Quan, you said you put about, I don't know, 100 hours into The Witcher. Yeah, I just found out I put like 350 plus into Destiny.
Are you saying Destiny's an open world game though?
Well, yeah, it kind
is,
of is.
realistically. It's not linear, is it? I mean, it is open
No.
world, but it's just not like you've got four different
Okay,
types of
let's
sequences. It's
let's
probably
admit it's not
perfectly open
it's
world.
not something like as expansive as, I don't know, say The Witcher, but then I wouldn't know because I haven't played that. But it is
But, like,
open world.
the thing is, The Witcher. There's probably about 4 different considerable open worlds in themselves, and each of those open worlds is bigger than a lot of open world games in them, like the whole open world games in themselves. So
I'm sorry, but
that's why it's
Destiny
so big.
has Earth, it has the moon,
but
it has
the thing
Mars,
with
it
those
has
is that
Venus,
those levels
it
are
has
largely like
what's it called?
they're not
Dreadnought
massive,
and
are
the
they?
Reef, I believe.
Dreadnought.
The
No, the
Reef
Reef
would be
isn't an
kind
open
of count,
world.
but not really.
The
No,
Reef
you
doesn't
can't.
really count. There's like one level on there.
It's a social space. It doesn't count as a level.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Banter.
I think-
Anyhow, moving on.
Is that everything? Of course.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another open world game because there's so many to think of. You can't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
think of any off the top of your head. I also found the open world in Watch Dogs as bland as it seemed on its surface. I found that it was one of those, again, quite lively, quite dense
I didn't think
worlds,
I
although-
don't think really like Watch Dogs.
in terms of the open world, or
its open
just
no, the
yeah,
game I
I
thought
mean,
was quite
It
interesting.
didn't. No, it didn't offer a lot.
I think the
I
open
didn't
world's a
think.
little bit bland,
No,
very
I-
typical Ubisoft
yeah.
style, but it felt a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
bit kind of like the thing
No,
about
I
Far Cry is the destructibility and all that kind of randomness that can happen with Watch Dogs. It was very
Yeah.
linear. You couldn't really do much.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I liked the concept of it, at least, of being able to control the different parts of the city, which is another reason why it'd be cool to see Watch Dogs 2. But
Oh yeah, I want to see Watch Dogs 2, of course. But
Yeah.
I want to see
As long
I
as
wanna
they
make sure
improve the
Ubisoft
story
don't
and-
mess it up again and do what they always do and seem to annualize franchises.
View
and make them work.
cash cow everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, that's what Ubisoft seem to do. They seem to want to analyze every single franchise. I'm hoping. I don't know if you've only seen, For Honor, the one that was revealed at E3.
Yeah.
Not seen anything about that since E3. And that I feel like was, maybe apart from
I've
the South
seen.
Park game.
Was
I
that
haven't
E3
seen-
this
There has
year?
been something about it since E3. There has been.
I
There's
didn't see
been like a
anything like that.
demo.
Well, maybe
No,
I
I
did.
haven't
No,
seen
I don't think.
anything.
Well, there might have been something, but I haven't come across it like commercially that much. But as I said, like in terms of like Ubisoft announcements at E3 this year, that and the Fractured But Whole was
That game's going to be absolutely cracking.
I never got to play the Stick of Truth, and I wish I could have done, but it was just because it came out. Was it 2014? Literally, it was.
It was only on the PS3.
Yeah, it was on a PS3.
It
I mean,
was.
so I couldn't.
Or
be
on
bothered.
PC, the Master Race.
Yeah, and I
Oh my
couldn't be
god,
bothered to buy
here
PC.
we go again.
So I really want to play the South Park game. I like.
Oscar,
the whole-
would you like me to send it to you?
What, the PS3 version? No.
Yeah.
I don't care that much about playing the PS3 version.
Yeah, you should.
I just want to
It's-
play this.
it's
this
awesome.
Fractured But Whole, because that is the best video game title I think I've ever heard. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know who
The
came up with
Fractured
that.
But Whole.
It's just awesome.
It is good.
Anyway,
Quan's butt is fractured because of Cameron.
Thanks for the explanation, Callum. we didn't get the joke at first.
Hey, just like, I mean, let's keep it funny.
let's just
Come on.
let's see if.
Like
the
I said,
banter
I
can keep
create the
flowing.
banter.
Yeah, well, I don't think. Well, Callum, you see,
That
it's,
was
it's
great
like depressed
banter, really.
It's
Thanks
like,
for creating that banter.
Depressed banter. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Anyway, what is the last section? It's the TV and films,
It's
is
like,
it not?
wait, which one is it? We've done 10 episodes now, and I can't even think of which one it is.
No, I don't even know, and I don't even care. Why am I?
Don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Don't care.
Don't care.
So,
Just don't care anymore.
again, I'm gonna.
name is John Cena.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna do that every episode now?
Could do.
I'm in for that.
Forgot to mention, of course, also leave some viewer topics in the comments as well. So
Yep.
we have some.
Always
good-
appreciated.
Very, very helpful.
yes.
I'll point my TV remote at you. I don't know why. Yeah, let's get on with the movies and shit. I've not watched anything. Move on to the next person.
Doesn't
As
surprise me in the
per.
slightest. This podcast is going to be really damn short.
Mm-hmm.
Quan, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was waiting.
That's
I was
alright. It's
waiting for
okay. It's
you.
fine. We all make mistakes.
Okay. What have I been
For
watching?
example, you banged Cameron. I'm Jewish, and Oscar went into a forest with a girl.
Yep.
Well,
That one time. What have I been watching? I have been
it's
watching.
not as bad as it sounds, by the way.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
to reiterate, it's not like, no.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyway, as far I've been
Making it sound like
watching.
I've raped someone. Not
Yeah.
like that.
I've now watched.
It wouldn't surprise me if you did.
I have now watched.
I'm not even responding. I don't
Two-
care.
I have now watched 2 episodes of the BBC TV series Sherlock,
Proud of
which
you.
is the 3-episode series of Sherlock. That is, each episode is an hour and a half long, so it's a bit weirdly laid out. But I'm really enjoying that. So that's 2 out of 3 episodes watched now. I imagine I'll watch the last one very soon. So that's been a nice sort of short TV series to sink my teeth into, because I'm not really sure where to go with TV series right now. Like, it's sort of
Prison Break.
could do, but again, that's a really
Trust
long
me.
one.
Yeah.
Good 20 episodes, isn't there? More, maybe.
20 odd
Yeah.
for the first series.
Yeah,
and it's
and
like
so
there's 4 more series after that.
That's the
I
thing,
think.
and I
Like-
get the impression that it's sort of the same thing all the time. Like
No,
Prison Break,
honestly,
the
it's
clues
not.
in the title, really.
Um,
But apart from that, what have I been watching? Have I watched any movies or anything? Don't think so. I think it's been pretty bland in terms of that. Yeah, I think that's me done. Callum.
I guess I'll go ahead. I completely forgot to mention this last week that I watched that film Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. It was actually hilarious.
That's good.
Like,
I
it's
haven't heard
literally
of it.
it came out in cinemas of like I don't know, a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And it was actually really funny, like just from the get-go, and I honestly couldn't stop laughing throughout that film. It was brilliant. As well, I've been watching more Prison Break, but I haven't had enough time to watch as much as I'd like, unfortunately. So yeah, we've had a really short podcast this week.
Well, shorter than last week. It was about 43 minutes last week. So
It's almost as short as your penis.
Callum with the
And on
banter,
that
as always.
bombshell.
Yes. And with that,
Well, not really a bombshell, more like just a sort of drop.
More like on just like it's a well-known fact.
Yep, the banter is really flowing in this episode. Anyone want to sign it off? I mean, we can't sign it off saying banter like this faggot.
Oh my
idiot.
god, Oscar, stop doing that! It's just like so cringeworthy.
Yeah, it is pretty cringeworthy, actually.
I
It's just
think
like,
it's-
thanks a lot for watching, everybody, today, and banter.
of course,
it just doesn't make any
banter.
sense. Like, what the fuck?
Might as well just
I'd like
shoot
to thank
yourself.
you a lot for watching. I hope you. I can't get it right.
No,
it's
I
either
can't
that or
ever get it
people
right.
get really pissed off with me copying Robin, apparently. So
Well, then make your own. Like, here's one. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I
Look, you
stumbled.
failed on your
I
own
choked.
outro.
I choked. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks a lot for
Simple
watching.
as that.
Peace.
Easy.
Testicles.